Today in English for Standard 4, we are going to learn a new topic, the ugly duckling. This story tells us about an ugly duckling who was different from his other siblings and always was teased by others. So he started feeling depressed, sad and lonely. And one day, a very strange thing happened and changed his whole life. So let us read and understand it in a better way. Now, I'll read and explain you the story along with the meanings of the difficult words. The ugly duckling. Mother Duck was really proud of her 6 new ducklings. They were soft, fluffy, and yellow. Such fine little ducklings. But the 7th one was very different. It was bigger and its feathers were grey and shaggy. It looked so ugly. This paragraph tells us that there was a mother duck who was very proud of her 6 new ducklings. Ducklings are the young ones of a duck. They were soft, fluffy, and yellow in color. Fluffy means full of feathers. They looked very cute, but one of them, that is the 7th one, was totally different from them. It was big and its feathers were grey and shaggy. Shaggy means long, thick, fuzzy hair or fur. It looked very ugly. We'll go to the next paragraph. All the same, Mother Duck thought, "It's my baby duckling." She loved it dearly. But the other 6 brothers and sisters didn't like the ugly duckling. When it waggled towards them, they turned their backs and ran away. Here in this paragraph, we understand that Mother Duck used to treat all her ducklings equally and also loved this ugly duckling, since she used to say, "Although it's unique, but it's my own baby duckling." But this ugly duckling was not liked by his other 6 brothers and sisters, and whenever it waggled towards them, they used to turn their backs and run away. What is the meaning of waggled? Waggled means to walk with short steps. Let us go to the next paragraph. The little ducklings would go for a swim every day to a lake nearby. The ugly duckling wanted to join the others, but they didn't want him. They always swam away from him. He was left all alone. This paragraph tells us that all the little ducklings used to go every day to swim to a nearby lake. But whenever the ugly duckling would try to join them, they would always swim away from him and leave him all alone. We go to the next paragraph. The ugly duckling swam better than the other ducklings, which did not please them at all. They teased him about his ugliness. His only friend was his mother. Other ducks told his mother, All your ducklings are smart, but this big fellow looks so different. Why is he so ugly? His mother only said, "He is mine and I love him too." In this paragraph, we come to know that the ugly duckling was very good in swimming than the other ducklings. But this did not please them. They always teased him about his ugliness. Teased means made fun of him. The only friend of the ugly duckling was his mother. Even the other ducks would tell the mother duck that all your ducklings are smart, but this big fellow is different and so ugly. They would question her that why is he so ugly? But very calmly, the mother duck would reply that he is mine and she loves him too. We go to the next paragraph. At last, feeling very lonely and sad, the ugly little duckling decided to leave the lake. He made his way to the river's edge and swam away with the river. Here in this paragraph, we understand that lonely, sad, and depressed, the ugly little duckling got fed up and decided to leave the lake. He swam away with the river. Wherever the poor duckling tried to seek shelter, he found that he was always ridiculed by others. Smaller birds, animals, even human beings poked fun at him. He became lonelier and more miserable. In this paragraph, we come to know that the poor duckling was seeking for shelter, but found that he was always ridiculed by others. Ridiculed means to laugh at someone or something in an unkind way. That is, even smaller birds, animals, and human beings also made fun of him. He felt more lonelier and miserable. By and by, he grew bigger and stronger. But whenever he looked at his own reflection, he thought, "I look so ugly." He was afraid to look at his own reflection. He hid himself if he saw anyone coming. Here in this paragraph, we come to know that the criticism of others had hurt the ugly duckling so much that although he had grown bigger and stronger, but was frightened to see his own reflection, so always he hid himself from others whenever someone came. Now we go to the next paragraph. One day, when he was hiding among the reeds, he saw a flock of graceful white swans swim past. They were the most beautiful birds he had ever seen. "How wonderful to be like them," he said to himself. This paragraph tells us that one day when this ugly duckling was hiding among the reeds, he saw a flock of graceful white swans swim. He admired their beauty and said to himself, "How wonderful to be like them." Reeds means a marsh plant with hollow stems in water. Now let us go to the next paragraph. Then came winter with cold winds and snow. Without any shelter, the poor duckling was frozen in the snow. A kind man saw him. He broke the snow and saved the duckling. This paragraph tells us that soon the winter season had come. It was very cold. The poor duckling was without shelter and was frozen in the snow, but his life was saved by a kind man. Soon it was spring. The duckling had now gained a lot of strength. Again he found his way to the river's edge and swam further away. Here we come to know that now the season had changed to spring, and the duckling was now strong enough, so he swam to find his way to the river's edge. We go to the next paragraph. One fine morning, when he flapped his wings against his sides, he rose high into the air. He flew on and on till he found himself in a beautiful, fragrant garden. From a thicket close by came 3 beautiful white swans, rustling their feathers and gliding lightly over the smooth water. This paragraph tells us that it was a fine morning, and when this ugly duckling flapped his wings against his sides, he rose high into the air and was able to fly. He was feeling very happy that he could fly, and then found himself in a beautiful, fragrant garden. Fragrant means having a pleasant or sweet smell. There was a thicket. From there 3 beautiful white swans came rustling their feathers and gliding lightly over the water. Thicket means a dense group of bushes or trees. Now let's go to the next paragraph. The duckling remembered the lovely birds. He was afraid to meet them, but he felt a strange longing to be with them. He made up his mind to approach them, no matter how badly they treated him later on. He swam towards the beautiful birds and bowed his head down to the surface of water. And what did he see in the clear stream below? His own image, no longer a dark, grey, ugly bird, but a graceful and beautiful swan. The other swans swam round the newcomer and welcomed him. Here we come to know that the duckling remembered these lovely birds and had a strange longing to be with them. He swam and approached to them with his head bowed down in fear, and was shocked to see his own reflection in the clear water. He saw that no longer was he a dark, grey, ugly bird, but a graceful and beautiful swan. The other swans welcomed the newcomer and swam round him. We go to the next paragraph. The bird that had lived a miserable life as an ugly duckling was a swan after all. He curved his slender neck and cried joyfully from the depth of his heart, "I never dreamed of such happiness as this while I was an ugly duckling." This paragraph tells us that the bird had lived a miserable life when it was an ugly duckling, but now was joyful as it realized that it's no longer a duckling but a beautiful swan with curved slender neck. Slender means gracefully thin. This was like his dream came true and he was very happy. The moral of the story is, accept how God has created you and believe in yourself. I hope so you have understood the story and enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel and stay tuned for more videos. Bye-bye.